Hey, it's Rav. Welcome to the Everyday Investor, the hottest real estate investment show in the world. That's right. I said it. I don't care who knows it. We've got a doozy for you. We're going to be talking about how you can make money by lending money. But before we do that, remember, get out your paper, your pen, because whenever you're offered any kind of investment vehicle, you always want to ask 4 questions. Number 1, what's the return on investment? 2, when do I get that return on investment along with the money that I put in? 3, what is the minimum cash amount needed? And 4, what is the risk, the worst case scenario? Make sure you look them right in the eye. You ask all those 4 questions. Jordan's on the show. We're going to be talking about, like I said, how we can make money, lending money. You don't want to go anywhere. The Everyday Investor continues in a moment.
The Everyday Investor has been brought to you by ProFunds Mortgages, fixed returns, real security. The Real Estate Center Canada, for all your buying, selling, and investing needs. Exteriors, providing you with full-service exterior renovations.
For over 10 years, Strong-Base Interlock and Landscaping has providing professional services to homeowners across the Greater Toronto Area. We are dedicated to ensuring your landscaping resembles the beauty you have envisioned. Our team guarantees competitive prices and the highest level of customer satisfaction through our integrity and commitment to quality landscaping services. For a free estimate on your next project, call us at 416-800-1585 or visit our website at sbinterlock.com. Whatever your interlocking and landscaping needs, you can count on Strong Base.
At Here to Clean, we understand that inviting someone into your home is a big deal. All of our cleaners are carefully vetted to ensure we send the right person to care for your home. We offer a variety of cleaning services to meet our various clients' needs, from small office and vacation rental cleaning, post-renovation and move-in cleaning. We will arrange a team of professionals with the right skill sets to tackle your toughest jobs and get them done right. Email, call, or text us to discuss your unique needs.
Hey there, this is Anthony Maniaci. Here at Maniaci Sobel Altbaum, we're a law firm working for you in all facets of the law. My specialty is working in corporate commercial law and real estate, but we have lawyers that work in all other areas, including litigation and family. Our practice focuses on service with a personal touch, delivering in-depth legal advice and guidance to our clients, treating you as people, not as a number. You can reach us at maniacilaw.com.
Hey, it's Jeff and Mark from Exteriors. Exteriors provides you with full-service exterior renovations, including roofing, siding, aluminum, and eaves troughs. We treat every renovation as if it were our own, guaranteeing impeccable craftsmanship. Exteriors Renovations. Contact us for a free quote.
If you'd like to have your own TV show where you can be the authority in your area of expertise, visit our website at lakehousemedia.com.
Hey, it's Vitali, Rav's door and window guy. Here are 4 quick tips when choosing doors and windows for your home. 1. Get 2 to 3 estimates from a reputable vendor. 2. Choose the right manufacturer. 3. Make sure you have a warranty. And 4. Get professional installation. To book a free estimate, contact us at torontodoorsandwindows.ca.
Hey, it's Rob. Welcome back to the Everyday Investor. Today we're going to talk about how we can make money by lending money. My good friend Jordan Caponero is on the show from ProFunds Mortgages. Jordan, thank you for being on the show.
Thanks so much for having me, Rob. Excited to be here.
Yes, it's usually mom comes on, Carmen, and you guys are busy. You have your own show,
Yes.
30 Minutes to Wealth. And so how's that been? It's been airing for over a year now. What's the feedback been like?
Yeah, the feedback's been amazing. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We've learned a ton just being on the show, and we've had the chance to bring on some really great guests. So it's been an awesome experience.
Yeah, well, I guess, I say it's the hottest. My show is the hottest real estate investment show in the world. Maybe it's the second best real estate
You've
show
got some
now.
competition.
Yes, especially with the mother-daughter team and lots of great knowledge, and love what you guys do, from conventional mortgages, residential, commercial, that kind of stuff, but you also help people make money by borrowing money. We had an episode on that, and you go to the everydayinvestor.info to watch those episodes. Today we're going to be talking about how we can make money lending money. You've brought a friend, an investor by. We'll look at some numbers with her, with Robin,
Yeah.
about how she's making a return on investment by lending out some money. But what else? I heard that you got engaged recently.
Recently I did, yes. Very
and
excited.
we actually had your fiance on the show because he's a big time investor.
Yes.
And we did, that episode was make money by borrowing money. And make sure you go onto the website to watch that. Andrew came on and he was making significant returns by buying the ugliest thing he could find and turning it into a beautiful thing. And so very cool. And so congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
And then I was honored. I think a lot of viewers know that I'm in the ministry and love and passionate about the church stuff, Christianity, and all that. And your mom got
She's
engaged,
getting married as well.
getting married, and asked me to do the honor of officiating that. So we can always mix business with pleasure and have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be amazing.
Your role at ProFunds. Talk a little bit about ProFunds, and as young as your mom looks, it's almost been 25, 30 years that she's been playing this game of in the mortgage world and investment world. And then so you kind of grew up, you watched it all. Talk a little bit about your story of how you became, I won't say president of ProFunds Mortgages, but
Vice President Investment Services.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, it's it's been quite an interesting growth that we've seen for the company. It's been amazing. So Carmen did start this some odd 22, 23 years ago. She built it from the ground up to where it is today. She's an amazing visionary. So she's really the backbone behind everything that we do, and carry forth her her ethics, her visions, everything she wants for that company. We have a whole team now in place, and
how big is the team now?
So we're around 55
Wow.
plus. We're growing by the week, actually. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So our whole goal at ProFunds and the associate company Valor Capital is to assist real estate investors with their financing endeavors. So whether that's borrowing money to facilitate their real estate acquisitions, developments, or whether that's actually being an investor and lending their funds secured on different mortgage investments that we offer. And we have a whole range of different products that we are facilitating right now.
And you guys just launched a REIT as well, a real estate investment trust, district trust, we call it, for people who have now attained the capital that they want. They invest it, they can enjoy whatever, 10, 20, 30, build it up to 100 different properties, and they have interest in every single one. Yeah,
so District's really neat. It's a side entity, but it's all kind of in the same family of investment products. So it's a really neat idea where investors can come in and can kind of co-own like a pool of real estate assets, a very passive investment vehicle.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about, something like what Andrew did. Again, Robin's going to come and she's going to talk about her experience about, making money by lending out money, but talk about making money in borrowing money and how that kind of works.
Yeah.
Like Andrew and many others are doing.
Yeah, so we have quite a range of investors coming to our company seeking money for their real estate needs. And, we facilitate anything from smaller, we call them individual mortgages. So maybe it's on a residential property, and this is kind of Andrew's niche, where he came in and he borrowed some money to enable him to do a renovation, flip it, and then either sell it or refinance and hold.
Yeah.
So we'll see a lot of people come in to do that. And then we'll see people that are coming in for larger scale stuff. So maybe they have a development project or a proposal they want to build an adult lifestyle community or a mixed use building.
Yeah.
And we actually have a whole team that can come on board, assist in the due diligence, doing all the projections, the budgets, helping to decide if this is a worthwhile endeavor,
Yeah.
and then providing the financing for it, and actually all the back end support and management. So we can help borrowers go from point A all the way into completion of a project.
It's fantastic. I mean, and people don't understand. They think, why would I pay 10, 11, 12% borrowing money? But yeah, actually, I talked to your mom this morning because I have a friend and he's got a property. It's worth like 1.2 million. There's like a $300,000 mortgage on it, and it's vacant land, right?
Yeah.
And so you're not going to necessarily go to the bank and get an add mortgage for vacant land.
It's challenging.
It's
right?
challenging. So why not borrow? I told him, go borrow $100,000. You'll pay 12%, so you're paying $12,000 on the 100. But once it's rezoned, he wants it for rezoning purposes.
Yeah.
It's not worth 1.2 anymore. It's worth north of 2 million. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So he can make $800,000 by paying $12,000 of
Yeah.
interest on the 100 that he borrows.
And I think that's such an important point, Rav, because so many people, when they come to us, they just can't wrap their head around paying that higher interest rate, but they don't understand the opportunity cost of if they don't utilize that, what they're missing out on. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the times utilizing private money helps people be more competitive in their offers or leverage more of the equity in that real estate that they need, or allows them more flexibility during the time that their funds are lent. And it enables them to, you know, either facilitate a project in a quicker time frame or get it completed and move on. So it really is amazing the different things you can do and the creativity and flexibility behind private money.
And it's a win-win. So, for example, let's take Andrew again. Who borrows $300,000-400,000, all the time, and he's paying 10%. So
Yeah.
as he borrows $400,000 at 10%, he's paying interest of $40,000 on the $400,000. But he's making $200,000-300,000, so he doesn't care about that 40. But Rav is the guy that's lending him, so I'm
Yeah.
going to lend him $400,000, and I enjoy $40,000 over the year of interest being paid, plus obviously my $400,000. So it's a win-win for the lender and for the borrower, and I think that's where ProFunds comes in and kind of marries.
Exactly.
The two
We want to
parties.
help both parties. You know,
Yeah.
we want our borrowers to exceed in their real estate endeavors, and we want our investors, the people who are lending the money, to also make great returns and feel comfortable in their investment decisions. So, you know, in being able to facilitate this, we can really create these win-win solutions for everybody.
And then ProFunds obviously, doesn't survive. It's not a non-for-profit charity. So then there's a small, maybe 1%, whatever, lender fee in there that Andrew would be paying. So Rav's lending the money.
Yes.
Andrew would be paying any fees for ProFunds. Andrew would be paying any appraisal, legal fees, so on and so forth. But again, the guy's going to make a couple $100,000. He doesn't
Yes.
mind to be able to pay
Yeah,
this. So
and that's the important part. The borrower does pay for all of those costs. It's
Yeah.
grouped in kind of just like the cost of doing business,
Yeah.
but the investors can come in knowing that everything is covered for them and there's
Yeah.
nothing out of pocket that they have to pay
Fantastic.
for. So.
No, it's fantastic. So we're going to go to a break. We'll bring Robin on, and we're going to look at how she's making money by lending money.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. The Everyday Investor continues in a moment. Thanks for watching.
The Everyday Investor has been brought to you by ProFunds Mortgages, fixed returns, real security. The Real Estate Center Canada, for all your buying, selling, and investing needs. Exteriors, providing you with full-service exterior renovations. If you'd like to have your own TV show where you can be the authority in your area of expertise, visit our website at lakehousemedia.com.
ProFunds Mortgages is not just your average mortgage brokerage. ProFunds has assisted homeowners and investors in achieving their mortgage financing goals for over 2 decades. With access to multiple lenders, we can offer you the most competitive rates and terms in the industry, along with private funding for all your quick closings and non-bank mortgages. Work with an experienced team that has your best interests at heart. If you're looking for a great rate alongside exceptional service, call us today, profunds.ca.
Hey, it's Jeff and Mark from Exteriors. Exteriors provides you with full-service exterior renovations, including roofing, siding, aluminum, and eaves troughs. We treat every renovation as if it were our own, guaranteeing impeccable craftsmanship. Exteriors Renovations. Contact us for a free quote.
The Real Estate Center is one of North America's leading real estate firms, helping everyday people buy, sell, and invest in real estate. By leading with education, we make sure our clients have the know-how and confidence to make informed decisions, allowing them to reach their goals. Through our vast network of experienced advisors, the Real Estate Center is able to provide a full-service experience across the entire country. Whether you're looking for your first home, an income property, or commercial investment, we're here to help. Visit our website at therealestatecenter.com.
For over 10 years, Strong-based Interlock and Landscaping has providing professional services to homeowners across the Greater Toronto Area. We are dedicated to ensuring your landscaping resembles the beauty you have envisioned. Our team guarantees competitive prices and the highest level of customer satisfaction through our integrity and commitment to quality landscaping services. For a free estimate on your next project, call us at 416-800-1585 or visit our website at sbinterlock.com. Whatever your interlocking and landscaping needs, you can count on Strong Base.
Like people, businesses have their journey, their path, sometimes straight, but more often evolving, growing, and adapting. And like people, businesses' needs change, creating the need for knowledge in areas like accounting, consulting, and tax. Areas critical to your continued growth and success. all part of the journey and all part of what we do together with you. So that when your business has arrived, it's ready to keep going. MNP, wherever business takes you.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. They all offer a variety of tools to help a business grow. But how do you decide what works best for you? How do you know what platform is best to invest your advertising dollars in, especially when the budget is tight? MarketTech creates and manages a social media marketing experience that's tailored specifically to each of our clients. We determine the best ways to market your business online so it can grow to its full potential.
Hey, it's Rav. Welcome back to The Everyday Investor. We're talking to my good friend, Jordan Caponero. She's brought her investor friend, Robin Harding. Robin, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Today we're talking about making money by lending money, and I know that you have 4 or 5 different investments. You have a property, in a different city. You're in some land development. You're in the mortgage space. And today I want to talk about the mortgage space, and so how did you get to know Jordan, Carmen, ProFunds, kind of what's your, investor mindset, the background, how you got started, all that kind of stuff?
Sure. So many years ago, a friend of mine and I decided to rent out a property in Ottawa, and it's worked out fairly well, but we didn't know a ton about it. 4 years ago, unfortunately, my mom passed. There was an inheritance there, and I thought, I want to leave a legacy for my kids. I don't want her to sort of fall to the wayside. So the money that we got from her, I decided we wanted to do something real with it that she could leave a legacy for our kids.
Yeah.
So we went and did some real estate information, some education, and opened my eyes to all the stuff that we could have been doing a whole lot better in Ottawa. But during that same education, we met up with ProFunds people and some on the land development side too, and realized that there's more to real estate investing than just owning a home and renting it to Joe and Sam.
That's just one strategy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The typical one. And it's a good one, but it's just really only one, and it depends what you're looking for. Are you looking for, to just cash flow and do some work? Are you looking for cash flow with no work, which we're going to talk about here today? Are you looking for zero cash flow and just growing your capital, which you're in one of those kinds of investments? So no, that's very cool. So you were in Ottawa. You had a partner to buy a property, you rent that out, you still have that.
Yes.
And then the education company, which one was that?
That was Keyspire.
Keyspire, okay, great.
Yeah.
Good friends of ours, Scott and Michael. And that was in Toronto or in Ottawa?
That was in Toronto.
That was in Toronto, okay. So you live in
I live just outside of Hamilton in Dundas.
Okay.
A little small spot.
Cool. And so, and then you met ProFunds, Jordan. And so let's talk about one of the deals that you're in lending money in the investment world.
Yeah, so we're going to talk through a neat project that Robin has invested in. So this one's just outside downtown Toronto. It's in a really great location right along the waterfront.
Nice.
And it's an amazing development. So what it is, it's actually 13 residential units. They're luxury lofts. They've been designed by an internationally recognized design firm. So they're absolutely incredible with brick walls and really, really neat vibe to it.
So there's a developer that's doing this.
Yes.
And he's needing some monies to be able to help out with the project.
That's
and
right.
So Robin so how much money is needed?
So for this one, it was a second mortgage of $3.2 million.
Okay, so just over $3 million.
Yeah, so ProFunds would do all of the back-end work. We partner with the developers. We do all of the back-end due diligence and analysis. And then we put together a proposal in which the investors then can go through and decide if they want to invest.
And then Robin said, yep, sign me up. I'm going to write a check for $3.2 million. Yes?
Not quite, close.
No, okay. So we're grouping people together, guys, and you're putting. So what did you invest? $50,000. So you invested $50,000, and a bunch of different people added. So somebody might be $100,000, somebody might be $500, somebody might be $25. Or let me ask that: what's the minimum amount needed for this case?
Yeah. So these are syndicated mortgages, meaning that we've got a group of lenders going in to contribute to that total loan amount of the 3.2, which in this case it was.
Yeah.
Our minimum is $50,000. So investors could invest $50,000 and any increment higher than that.
Okay, great. So we ask always 4 questions. What's the return? When do we get it? What's the minimum amount needed? You answered that one, 50,000. What's the risk? So let's talk about when does she get the returns on this investment? When does that happen? How's the payout happen?
Yeah, so with all mortgage investments, what's really great about it is there is a cash flow component. So in this case, there was the total return was 13% per annum.
Yeah.
The return is broken out into two different components.
Sorry, and so how long was this? Is it 3 year?
This was a 3-year.
Okay, so she'll exit in 3 years. Have we already exited? We're about to exit?
We're about to exit.
Oh, so it's been 3 years. Okay, great. And then the total annualized is 13%. Is that what we wrote it down here somewhere?
Yes, 13%.
13% per year. So overall, like a 39% return on investment overall. 13 per year. So break it down how that works.
Right. So how it works is there's a 7% interest. Robin could receive that. So there's two different options. She can receive a portion of that all up front if she wants, or she can receive it monthly for the 3 years.
Okay.
So
7% on the 50,000.
On the 50,000.
Okay.
So if she went with the monthly, it's around 291 every month for 3 years for the duration of that investment.
Yeah.
And there's also a 6% lender fee. So that's a bonus that the investors get. It is a fixed return.
Yeah.
It accumulates for every single day that the funds are lent, but it's paid out at the end, kind of as a lump sum all at once when she gets her original principal back.
Okay, so Robin, you're enjoying 7% a year, $3,500 a year on your 50 for 3 years. And then at the end, you're getting another 6% per year, even though you didn't get it per year. So I guess 18%, a total.
Grand total.
A grand total on that. So this works out 7 and 6, 13% annualized return. I mean, a total return of almost $20,000, right? Close to it, $19,500. And so, are we using cash monies? Are we using registered monies? Can we even do that, Jordan? In this case, what did you?
It
use?
was cash for me.
It was cash.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then you have a couple of other investments like this.
Yes. So some others that are cash, some others that are registered funds.
And so you have a property in Ottawa. You're making money because it's increasing in value. Yes. Someone's paying down the mortgage, and you might be getting a little cash flow from that. Maybe. I don't know if you are or not.
Not much.
Okay,
but
not
we
much. So
borrowed some to do some renovations. So we had just one straight house,
Yeah.
and now we have a basement apartment.
Yeah.
So we actually have 2 sets of renters.
So tell me the difference between another buy and hold. If somebody's watching, they're saying, so why didn't Robin just do another buy and hold in the Hamilton area as opposed to this vehicle of lending in the mortgage world? How does it feel different for you?
Easy answer for me. I have kids that are 6, 4, and 2, and I
Congratulations.
volunteer, I work, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I do not have time for those phone calls of, the renters are leaving, there's a leak in the roof. This is, here's my check, and as I was saying to Jordan earlier, I get an email once a year, here's how the program is doing, how the building is doing, and what's new, and the latest and greatest. I read it for about 30 seconds, put it into my email folder, and I forget about it.
Yeah.
So 3 years down the road, I get the principal back, which is nice, and in the meantime, you get a little bit of monthly too, which has helped us in a number of different ways.
If we're making 13% and we're not doing any work.
It's amazing, right?
It's
And what's
a
nice is
pretty
it's so passive. I mean, this return actually gets automatically deposited into your bank account each month as well. So it's really the most minimal amount of work possible for a return.
Now, Jordan, if Robin did have, if viewers at home did have $50,000 in an RESP or an RSP or a TFSA, can we use that as well?
Yeah, so we do allow for registered funds. They do have to be moved over to basically a registered plan trustee that will allow you to self-direct those plans into mortgages because it is a bit more specialized. No, it's not a big deal. We help with the whole process. Okay. Once the funds are transferred, then basically you're able to participate in a majority of our investments.
And so I don't have to pull any money out of the shelter?
No, it all stays within the shelter. It's just being moved over to basically a different holder of the funds, but they're never ever being withdrawn unless you'd like to do so at that time.
So in this case, Robin invested $50,000. If that was RSPs, after 3 years she wouldn't have $50,000. She would have just shy of $70,000, and it would stay there.
That's right.
And then she can go do it in another project, so on and so forth. So you're not getting taxed on that.
Exactly.
Okay. So return on investment. What's the ROI? 13% annualized. when do you get that? Well, a portion monthly and another portion at the end of the 3 years when it's done.
Yep.
What's the minimum amount needed? Does it vary? In this case, it's $50,000. I'm sure that some bigger deals or smaller deals, maybe if it's a small deal, maybe the minimum is $100,000. If it's a bigger deal, then Jordan,
Yeah.
it might be $25,000. Does it vary with your?
Traditionally, it stays at around the $50,000 mark, but there are some times where we would allow a smaller investment. It really goes on a case-by-case basis.
Okay. And then the last question we ask is, what are some things that we should look for, right? What are potential risks? Robin, when you were in any of your investments, how was there, was this a big leap of faith? Was it easy peasy? Was it,
Well, it was mixed. So since there was an inheritance, it wasn't my money, which made it just a little bit easier to let go of it. It wasn't something, in my savings account, which wasn't there. So that made it easier. On the port credit side of things, this project in particular was easy because I grew up in that neighborhood. So I know it really well, and there was a comfort zone for me.
You knew value of property, land,
and it was
all that.
gentrifying and all those things, and I bought into the idea of the commercial residential mix. That made sense to me. My dad's kind of approaching retirement age, and I thought, him and his group of friends, this would be a great spot. So there was a real comfort level there for me. And plus the education side of things, listening to Carmen and Jordan and some of the others at the Investors Summit, you learn a little bit more and you're more willing to take that risk, I think, when you've got the education behind you.
Yeah, I think, Jordan, you talk about it all the time on your show, 30 Minutes to Wealth, the hottest show in the world. And so what would you share with when people say, okay, Jordan, but what should I look for? I hear there's a syndicate vehicle over here, there's one in Vancouver, there's one in... They're not all created equally. What are the things that we should look for when someone approaches us with a vehicle such as this, a group of people lending to a developer? What specifically what do we look for?
Yeah, there's a lot of things I think which sets apart different development projects. There's a few main things. I think loan to value is really, really important, and that just means what is the percentage of debt on that real estate to the value of the real estate. Ultimately, we want to make sure that when we are investing in these projects that they're never over leveraged. We want to make sure we've got a good buffer of equity available to protect our investment. So I would say that's a really, really important one to look for.
Yeah, and so is it we can sign up for a distribution of different investments that come up through ProFunds and look at that, and then people do their due diligence. And
you go on our website, you can get information on certain deals, and then you can get all the due diligence and you can review it yourself.
Fantastic.
So who the developer is, what the proposal is, all that kind of stuff.
Kind of good stuff. Jordan, thank you for being on the show. Robin, congratulations, and thank you for being on the show.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, viewers at home, for watching the show. Without you, we wouldn't have one. Go to www.theeverydayinvestor.info for more information. Until next time, we'll see you same place, same time, same all that kind of good stuff. Honey, I love you. I'll be home soon. Thanks for watching, everyone.